Welcome to my channel. My name is Luna Affinity and I'm an energy reader and channeler. Sit back, get cozy, and get ready for some readings. Hi everyone. Hello. Welcome in. Positive vibes. I'm getting a yes, Ace of Wands. Happy belated, Rocky. Yeah, so I'm getting a yes. I feel like he liked it the most when you guys were like either alone or kind of in an area away from other people. Kayla, I'm getting a yes, the Chariot. You're welcome, guys. Haley, I have that someone's making you an offer in January. I don't know if you accept it. You probably do. But yeah, I'm getting that you're getting a job offer in January. You're welcome. I hope so too. I know that you've been on that track to getting that job, so I do hope so as well for you. Hey, Rocky. Donating for a mini. Okay, that sounds good. Hey, Lorraine, I am doing really well. Honestly, at the moment, I'm a little cold in my house, but I'm just gonna wrap up in a blanket and call it a day. How are you doing? Yeah, we like deal with the temperature in our house like fluctuating a lot. Our house is very well insulated. So if we're cold and we bump it up the heat like even 1 degree, it starts to get extremely hot in my house. Uh, so in order to, and not only that, but like it gets hotter at night in the house. So in order for, I think maybe just like your body temperature rises at night. Things happen at night in the evening. When you sleep, you get warm. Um, so it's like all day I'm freezing, and then at night I'm burning up, and we're kind of in that transitional period right now. So like if I turn the heat up this late in the day, I'm just gonna be burning up by like the time I go to bed. So like just suffering through it. Rocky, I got your donation. You're more than welcome to post your question now if you'd like, Rocky, or you can wait until free list is over. We have about 8 minutes left of the free list right now. He said, I'm doing good, eating a little snack. We had a Christmas party yesterday at my sister's house, so we have some leftovers that we're going to have for dinner. Christmas food to me is so much better than Thanksgiving food. Like, Christmas food is just so good. Like, last night my sister made a ham, a turkey, twice baked potatoes. So like twice baked mashed potatoes, spinach and artichoke dip. It was just like very festive, and like it's not something you eat every day, and it just was so good. And I prefer it over Thanksgiving, I think. Rocky, I don't know if I told you yet, but I do have your question. Thank you. So they did deviled eggs, but like my brother-in-law's deviled eggs are the best because he puts bacon in them. And then we have ham sliders, like ham on Hawaiian bread sliders. So we did ham and cheese sliders, twice baked mashed potatoes, deviled eggs. We did broccoli casserole, green bean casserole, spinach and artichoke dip. We made pigs in a blanket with little smoky sausages and croissant rolls. Her roommate made, like I've never had them before last night, but she used a copycat recipe and made those cranberry bars that Starbucks sells, and those were really good. She made apple pie. She made like a pumpkin crumble thing, like a pumpkin crumble cake. I'm trying to think what else we had. I think that was everything. It was a lot of food. All right, beautiful love. Beautiful love, I'm getting a yes. Justice, you will get your justice. You will get what you deserve in 2024. Beautiful love. Wow, that's nice. My family had Christmas 2 weeks ago and having another one on Saturday. Yay! That's so fun. I love when you can like extend the holidays out to outside of just like one day. Yeah, so good. I speak. They did such a good job. Like I should have taken pictures of everything. I was like, y'all are chefs up in here. It was just such a good spread. Like, they picked such a good menu. And I was full AF last night. Like, I didn't push it to like uncomfortable, but I like, if I kept eating, I definitely would have been. I had to make a very small plate for dinner because the appetizers were so filling, and so they sent us home with leftovers. Yeah, it was so good. Hey, Rising. You're welcome, beautiful. Okay, Rising, that sounds good. Do you want to do like a BOGO and a mini or something? Oh my god, it was so much food. And I hadn't eaten all day, and we went over around like 4:30, so like of course I'm eating a lot. I'm like heavily on the appetizers, and then by the time dinner came, I didn't even get to eat everything that they had because I was just so full from eating the appetizers. But yeah, it was a lot, and it was so much fun. We played games, we played Taboo, we decorated cookies. My brother made these like festive holiday drinks. He made a cranberry drink, a mold, almost like a mold spiced cranberry drink. He also made a coffee one that I didn't drink, but we did that, and yeah, just kind of hung out and spent time together. It was a lot of fun. We have another game night planned for Thursday night. Ruining my weight loss journey, I made the decision to just cheat on the weekend and be more disciplined during the, you know, that's still better than nothing, beautiful. You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with that at all. All right, guys, we have 2 minutes left of the yes or no. Shar, hey, welcome in. Yes, you can ask. Just get your question in really soon because the list is about to close and we're going to move on to donations. Christmas Eve. Ooh. So a lot of the times on Christmas or Christmas Eve, our family goes out to a steakhouse dinner. Like not like a steakhouse American, but like a Japanese steakhouse. But we probably won't do that this year. I'm sure we just decided this year, instead of like going crazy and blowing a bunch of money, we decided we just want to get together and spend time together. So I'm sure that we'll be doing something socially. I think like a movie night, like a Christmas movie night would be kind of fun. But yeah, that's the plan. And then Christmas is always busy because we're traveling to different families' houses and stuff. But Italian sounds good. Oh, actually, you know what? I think last year, no, it wasn't Christmas Eve, but it was like Christmas Eve. I think we did Italian too. Are you traveling anywhere? You guys staying local? Okay, Rising, I got you. We'll do BOGO and a mini for you. All right, so maybe Shar stepped out. Maybe she didn't get my message. All right, guys, so we are going to move on over to our donations. We have Rocky, Rising, and that's what we've got right now. So the wait is not going to be super long or anything. All right, so Rocky. Overall, I feel like there's this level of enjoyment. I see a lot of good cards here, so the tower is not really making me nervous. What the tower is kind of representing to me is that he was taken by surprise or something happened that was unexpected. That's an interpretation. It could also indicate that he had a realization or an epiphany, like something kind of like clicked for him for the first time. I see like a lot of feelings involved. Ace of Cups kind of talking about like going through different emotions. I feel like maybe he was trying to, from the outside, keep it together or keep his composure. But overall, I feel like was really happy. And I feel like he feels like he got what he wanted or like his wish came true. Nine of Cups talks about wish fulfillment. So satisfaction, being happy. And then the Judgment card here down at the end talks about like maybe he feels like this is turning a new leaf for you guys in your connection, or like turning a new page, maybe starting over a little bit despite maybe the history there. So hopefully that resonates for you, Rocky. Thank you for your donation. You're welcome. It's been a tough road. All right, so next up on our list, we have Rising. So I'm going to give her a few minutes to get her, or to say that she's here, because I think I have her question. So yeah, Rising, if you just want to check in with me real quick, I'm going to make sure that I don't need to timestamp your reading. Got you. Okay, cool. Thank you, Rising. So if it's okay with you, I'm just going to go in order of what you posted. You have 3 questions. So the first question will be the first part of the BOGO. The second question will be the second part of the BOGO. And the third question will be the mini. If that's correct, let me know. And if not, tell me what I got wrong. Okay. Perfect. Okay. All right, so rising, I think first I'm getting is that he feels like you might be disappointed in him. I'm getting that with the 5 of Cups next to the Empress. Like, he cares a lot about your opinion. I think that he is also disappointed in himself. Yeah, it's getting better in a way, but it's kind of changing every day. I'm dealing with like a different symptom. So like one thing will go away and then another thing will pop up. But I'm overall, I'm still good. Thank you for asking. So through this feeling too, I think that he also is disappointed in himself, but the disappointment that he feels you have in him is different than what he feels. His disappointment comes from a place of shame, like he is ashamed for anyone to know this information, whereas for you the disappointment lies in him feeling guilty for doing this, and feeling like your disappointment in him has to do with your judgment of him. So there's a couple different things going on here that he feels about this. It's never ending. Oh no. So it's still going on, I take it. I think that he wonders exactly how much you know. The 3 of Pentacles makes me feel like this was never supposed to, from his perspective, this was never supposed to be something that anyone else was supposed to find out. 3 of Pentacles means that more than 2 people are involved here, and it makes me feel like he never thought that this would be anything outside of what other people would know. Like, I feel like this was supposed to just be something between him and whatever, and just kind of be kept kind of a secret. I do feel like he feels like you will be more guarded around him if you haven't already. But if you have, I feel like he's acknowledging that he's noticed that here. Like, he's noticed that you've been more guarded around him. There could be like a cold shoulder, brief, not really even like communicating with him in passing kind of thing. I think that he feels you think differently of him, and he feels like, what is this? It's like I just had it. He says something about like she doesn't know the whole story, but I don't think that's gonna really change your opinion. Because I keep getting this thing about half truth. She only knows part of the story. She only knows half of the truth. Oh yeah, very guarded. Haven't been seeing him yet. Very different of him. Hey, Jazz. So overall, I would say a sense of shame is the big thing here. A sense of guilt. in a sense of wondering, like, or feeling like your perspective has changed, and wondering if like he could ever not make up for it, but like ever get you to feel like you used to or something. Like if he could change your mind about this is something that he wonders. I think that he feels like there's loss here. Like he feels like he knows it's unrealistic to expect anything differently than what you're feeling right now. There's like this sense of that he let you down. And I think that he feels like you have lost interest. That for the longest time you were consistently interested in him and invested in this, and I think that now he feels you have lost that in him. Jazz, thank you for the donation. Let me add you to the list, okay? Is that someone in our driveway?
It looks like delivery.
Oh, yeah. Maybe mom's gift. Jazz, I got your question. Thank you. Yeah, it did say it was going to be delivered today, actually. Are you scared, Poop Boy? So from you, he's seeking confession. I think confession is one of the actions. Justice is here, which talks about the truth catching up, justice being given, and like needing to communicate it. It talks about the truth catching up with liars or cheaters or people who are living inappropriately, however you like want to categorize it. And the judgment card here talks about absolution. So judgment comes when it's almost like universe taking over. It's like you are forced into it in a way. Justice is similar in that regard because with the judgment card, what do they call it? Reckoning. Like it's something that it has to happen. Like he has to toe the line. He has to come forward. And judgment talking about absolution, saying like he's carrying this weight and you maybe as well. And he is needing to come clean. He is needing that clarity. He is needing that healing. He is needing to come forward. And it feels very strong, feels very heavy because the Justice and Judgment card are major arcana. I feel like with the Eight of Pentacles, his action is working hard at this. So with those two things combined, it means that he has great will and determination to try to maybe remove this unpleasant perspective that you have of him, or work very hard to make up for this. Rising, I understand. I feel like he needs to overcome I think that he can tend to take the coward's way out. And I think this is due to him not wanting to really hold himself accountable. And the Two of Wands to me as an action is like overcoming this feeling of indecision. Maybe procrastination. Two of Wands could be like procrastination. Needing to overcome that. This feels like something that will happen in a physical way. So we're not talking like over the phone. We're talking, this is either face to face or this comes to you like in a letter, something that you can tangibly hold. So like a face to face conversation or something written down that he hands to you, that he gives to you. I feel like he's very much inducing feelings of regret, maybe even like self-pity, because he's trying to explain away his actions, dwelling in the past and making excuses for his behavior. It's very possible with the Tower here that this just comes about very suddenly and unexpected. That either this like face-to-face conversation, exactly, forced to talk to you, like the face-to-face conversation or this letter or whatever it is, it just kind of comes out of nowhere, comes very suddenly. Hello, Angel Wings. Yeah, you can get a yes, no, but I am working on donations right now. So just go ahead and post your question, Angel Wings, and I'll get to you as soon as I can. You have to be here for your question to be answered. So yeah, the Tower here kind of talks about like just something that comes on out of nowhere. And not only that, but like it's explosive. It's something that just like boils up and just like has to be addressed. Hey Melody, I got your donation. I'm gonna add you to the list, okay? Oops, didn't mean to post that. Sorry, guys. All right, sorry, Rising. I'm still going through your reading. Let's see. I think honestly, Rising, you would get, I don't know if this is like an apology, because I don't know if like he personally feels like he has something to apologize to you directly about, but I think that this comes with like levels of regret and like him being like, I'm sorry that this could have potentially like interfered with something here. So it's like, I don't think he's sorry to you, but it's an apology associated with regret. So like, I'm sorry that this could have potentially hindered a connection, or I'm sorry this could have potentially changed how you feel towards me, kind of thing. I think also action would be it's like a doubly motivated action. So for example, what I mean by that is that he, number one, would try to clear the air, and that's not the sole reason he's doing it. He's not just trying to explain himself. He's also trying to gather your opinion of him at the same time, because he wants to know what you're thinking. All these cups over here at the end of your reading makes me feel like he's thinking, does she hate me? Does she think I'm disgusting? Does she think I'm an asshole? Does she think I'm dumb? Does she think I'm making bad choices? He's really curious to so it's like a doubly motivated action. Like he would want to confess, but he also would want to understand your stance or how you're feeling. Thank you, Rising. I got it, girl. All right, so let's move on to your mini reading. You're welcome, Rising. You said all of the above. I know it. So I honestly think, Rising, that this conversation would go over as well as it could. I think you would walk away feeling at peace. I think you would feel like, okay, I finally got it. And maybe even possibly with a justice card that like you were enlightened, and you get some kind of divine guidance or divine message that like a lesson that you learn here, like you take away something valuable from this conversation with him. And I feel like, again, it goes over as well as it can go. I do feel like you come to terms with things, you're at peace with the situation. I can't exactly tell. I can't see quite like if you guys continue after this or if this is like final. But I do feel like you do walk away. I think the Two of Wands here, I think the reason why I'm not positive what you do is because the Two of Wands is should I stay or should I go? Should I hold on or should I let this situation go? But I feel like regardless, you do come to terms with it and you feel at peace. I mean, you think to yourself, I almost am getting the sense that like you think to yourself, well, I dodged a bullet. Well, maybe this isn't exactly what I was wanting to happen, but I really could have gotten myself in like a really bad way. I could have involved myself in this situation. It could have, I don't know. Yeah, I just feel like you're just saying like I dodged a bullet. Like this could have been a lot worse. I could have gotten involved with this person and found out this information after the fact. It could have been going on while I was, talking to him. I think you feel divinely blessed. I really do. I think you feel like you were protected and that there is a reason why, even though there's all this like a silent connection, like there's all these like thoughts and feelings of what could have happened and what could have been. I think overall you were protected, and I think that's why you feel at peace. You're just like, okay, I can let this situation go. I do feel like you end up walking away, just not positive. All right, so Rising, I'm ready for your yes/no question. So Rising, I'm gonna do your yes/no question. A 19 card spread. I got you in depth. Okay. So Rising, I'm gonna do your yes/no. And then for the 10 card spread, I'm gonna add you back into the rotation. Because I do 3 readings in a row. So I hope that's okay. I would keep going if I didn't have other people waiting. All right. So let's see for the yes/no. Okay. So this does feel like written word. It feels like words that he says to you. And it feels like he's not doing this face to face. Three of Swords, the Hermit, and the Five of Pentacles indicate that there is a feeling of separation and isolation here. So I think that if he writes the letter, and it does feel like a letter, but it could be like an email. I'm getting like written word, so I don't think this is like voice, like a voice clip, or like a phone conversation. Like this feels like something he writes down, and I don't think that he gives it to you face to face. So if it's a letter, I feel like it's something he drops off and leaves when he knows you're not going to be there, and then you come home to find it, or you walk outside and see it. Hey, Amy. I think that he could obtain your email, and he could write you an email. I think that I think this is less likely, but I think it's still possible that he would send you a text, but written word. And it feels like something that he sends to you not in your presence. So yeah, that's what I'm picking up. Oh, Amy, okay, that sounds good, girl. All right, so next up we have Jazz. So Jazz, if you're here, please check in with me. You're welcome. All right, I don't know if Jazz is here. Oh, here. Okay, perfect. Hey, Jazz. Thank you for checking in. Let's shuffle for you now. Flowless. Yes, you are welcome to ask a yes or no question. The only thing is I need you to wait until I can get through my donation list. You got to be present. So as long as you're willing to do that, then we can do that for you, okay? If you're not able to wait, come back tomorrow and just get here early. I do free reads every day. Ooh, Jazz, she's nervous. She's very nervous. I think she is scared of the unknown, and I think she is worried about the future and how this is going to go down. I think she's worried about the sanctity of your relationship that you have with her now changing. Like she doesn't want, like she wants things to be different so long as they last and this ends up being a good decision, but she's worried about things damaging or ruining, and I feel like she's very scared of the unknown. I think the Four of Cups here, she could be worried that your opinion of her changes in some way. Maybe you get bored of her, or things just don't go the way that you think that they would. So I think that overall, the center here of the reading, Four of Wands, indicates excitement for the next chapter. Four of Wands talks about leveling up or like taking the next step in a relationship. And so I feel like there is this, and there's this like level of like celebration, like there's an undercurrent of excitement and enthusiasm for what's to come. But there are a lot of cards here talking about like, is Jazz really going to like me for me? Is Jazz going to get bored of me? Is Jazz going to like be happy with this decision? Is Jazz going to regret this? You know, I feel like there's a level of vulnerability that she's feeling right now. And I think that's making her very nervous. I think that also she could be worried about what she's potentially offering this connection. Maybe she's worried that she's going to fail you or disappoint you in some way. Or there's like a level of dissatisfaction that there's a potential for that here. And I think she's worried of that happening. So it's a lot of mixes of emotions. I want to be clear, the center of the reading being the Four of Wands does indicate overall happy with this decision, overall excitement, but there's a lot of like nervous energy surrounding it. You're welcome, Jazz. Hey, Melody, you can post your question whenever you're ready, okay? Oh, I see it. Thank you. Bapasha Delani, my for the free list, I am able to answer yes or no questions for new subs, but you would have to like hang out until I can get through my donation list. So just hang around and I'll call on you, and as long as you're here, we'll do a yes or no question for you for free, okay? So, Melody, I see your donation and I just want to confirm that this is a in-depth reading that you're asking for. Is that correct? Okay, perfect. So something tells me that I believe Yanni is him, that Yanni is a little bit, I guess, hesitant, worried, cautious about connecting with you. So like if you guys are not in communication, which I'm kind of sensing that you're not in communication. I feel like this person's energy has pulled back from you, and I feel like they're concerned about approaching you, communicating with you, or connecting with you. I'm still trying to understand why, so give me a second here. All right, so I'm asking why and getting the Seven of Swords and the Chariot. So I don't think they really know what they want. The Seven of Swords talks about like not being true to yourself, feeling like you have to like keep your feelings to yourself. Maybe not acknowledging how you truly feel about something or someone. It can also indicate, Seven of Swords can also indicate like deceit, or like betraying your own self and your own thoughts and feelings. The Chariot here does indicate forward movement. There's a lot of cards here talking about just like facing forward. I do think that he looks back on you though. I think with the Chariot in this deck here, it talks about like looking back. Even though you're heading forward, you're like moving forward, but your head is turned around looking at the past. So you're physically moving forward. You continue to move forward day to day, but you're still thinking about the past. The Six of Cups also talks about the past as well. So I feel like for Yanni, it's like trying to move forward, trying to move on. I really get that here, but there's like this letting go aspect of this that he's having a hard time doing. I feel like he's holding on to you or having trouble letting you go is kind of what I'm getting. For some reason, the expression all that is coming through. It was like a big expression in like the 90s, talking about how like she's all that, she's everything. And I feel like that's what his energy is towards you, is that he thinks that you got it all, like you're a catch. Maybe this is like a message of like he feels like you're the one that got away. I mean, this could indicate that, but I do feel like his energy is very much trying to stay focused on moving forward or moving on right now. Now, Melody, as far as action goes, I'm looking at these last cards here that came out together, and I don't think you're going to hear from him. I think that he contemplates turning around, he contemplates pursuing you and coming after you again, but he doesn't ever do it. And there's something big here within him that kind of holds him back. This could be feeling like you deserve more, feeling like he doesn't deserve you. It could be fear. It could be maybe he like just isn't ready. But whatever it is, it feels like you probably won't get any action from him right now. I think that he does feel this is up to him. I think that maybe you've given him enough chances, or he's just very much aware or acknowledging that this is his turn to apply effort. So he is aware that in order to speak with you again, see you, talk to you, this is something that he has to do himself, and that you're not going to give him that satisfaction. Yeah, it's been nearly 4 years and he hasn't said anything after he left me and he got married. Oh. So that makes a lot of sense about him moving forward, continuing to move forward, but he's still looking back. Got you. It actually makes a lot of sense. All right, so next up we have Rising. And then we have Amy. So Rising, if you're here, just check in with me really quickly, and then we'll get started. Donations are still open, guys. I might be doing a last call here in a little bit, but not quite yet. Amy, thank you for checking in. Hey, I speak. Thank you for being here and supporting the live. Hey, Rising. Sorry, I had to run to the restroom real quick. Okay, so I'm going to shuffle for you. And I see that we have 2 in-depth questions to answer. So let's go ahead and work on the first one. Amy, okay, go do that, girl. So, maybe I'm tapping in a little bit to the conversation that you guys are going to have, or like what he's writing to you, but I'm like, why am I hearing this? Why am I hearing this? But I think that this is what he's going to say to you. I'm hearing like, please don't hate me. I don't want you to hate me. Like, I don't want you to have bad feelings towards me or ill will towards me. I just hear him like just hearing the word hate. Like, are you disgusted by me? Like, kind of thing. Like, I just don't think I feel like he's just like begging for you not to hate him. What can happen? You see it for what it is. I see you seeing the connection for what it is. 6 of Wands here for some reason is like saying like can't change it. I'm just accepting things at face value. I feel like with the Fool, this is your chance to start anew, maybe even start over. The Fool talks about creating a new path, walking a new path, a new beginning, feeling freed from something or a situation, feeling liberated, feeling like it no longer holds any power over you. So he could also be feeling liberated as well. He could feel free from the lies, the secrets. He could feel like he has spoken his truth, and so he's feeling good about that. Let me see what else. One thing that I've noticed, Rising, is that I don't get a lot of lovey-dovey cards anymore, really. The 10 of Cups could signify some type of harmony. I always view the 10 of Cups as like alignment. I'm not seeing like the Lovers, 2 of Cups, Ace of Cups, things like that. And so I'm having a hard time processing whether anything can, if you guys can come back from this. Like, I don't know if you guys can bounce back from this, to be honest. And if you do try, I don't think it's something that's able to last a long time. like, I almost feel like you're saying to him, you know, I don't hate you. Like, I don't approve of this. It makes me feel uncomfortable. It is not a path I would choose for myself. But I feel like you do end up saying, but I don't hate you. I don't understand it. But do you? Like, but just know I'm not going to be a part of it. Like, I feel like almost like you distance yourself from this person a little bit. But it's empowering for you, I feel. Hey, Becca. Oh my gosh. Hi. How are you? Exactly. So overall, I think you just cut your losses. 5 of Cups. All right, let's do your next in-depth. Becca, it's so funny. Your Christmas tree, like the way you decorate is just so you. You have such like a signature style. Becca! Oh my gosh, you met someone new? When did you meet? Like, I don't hate him, but I don't think I'll see him ever the same way again. And I think that's what it is like his reputation, or like your perspective of him, your perception of him is tarnished, you know? Again, I keep hearing this dialogue in my head rising. I hear him say, no one was ever supposed to find out. Like, no one was ever supposed to know. Hey, SB, how are you? Agreed, rising. I guess it's his loss. Lesson learned. Put myself first and never settle for less. I agree with that. I also feel like, remember how I said after this whole thing has happened, like once everything goes down, that you have a lesson, that you learn something out of this. So, rising, when everything is said and done, he is drawn to you and he has been drawn to you. And I think in some really crazy, weird way, you have been like a spirit guide to him. Like you have been helping him in like this telepathic way where even though there's been nonverbal communication, it feels very, I guess, I don't know, it's like it feels important to him. And I think that when you form a connection with someone, even if it feels unexplained or unprofessed or it's non-communicated, I just feel like he can't argue the fact that you have impacted him and you have made a difference on his life. And maybe you're just here to trigger him. Maybe you're here to just teach him a lesson in life. Maybe spirit is using you as like a device to guide him. But I feel like with all that being said, you have still awoken something. You have still like influenced him even just by your presence and your presence alone. And I feel like for his intentions is that he ultimately cares what you think. He ultimately, it would really just bother him to his core to know that someone who offers so much peace and light and forgiveness and maybe to him, in his eyes, you are closer to God. Maybe in his eyes, you are more higher vibrational. Like maybe he feels like you are some type of like, I don't know, what is the word? It's like starts with an E. Maybe he just feels like this connection that you have to the ether. Like he feels this. Maybe, I guess I keep wanting to say the word purity and I don't think it's that, but like, people say like they're angels on earth, like they wouldn't hurt anyone, they're very caring, they have an open heart, you just have like this aura about you. And I think that for you to think badly on him would crush him. I think that he wouldn't ever want someone like you to look down on him or judge him or anything like that. So I think for him, it's just really important that, and through his intentions here, like what his intentions are, is he just wants to know that you, I don't know, I feel like he seeks your approval, and I feel like he's not going to get that from you. But he seeks it, he craves it, he wants your approval of the things that he does. Maybe that's why I keep getting the message of like, no one was supposed to know, no one was ever supposed to find out. And I feel like that's him just going like, shit, like I really messed up. And honestly, I don't know if he has any intentions as far as doing anything about this with you. Like when it comes like for instance, I don't know if he has any intentions to start a relationship with you. I don't know if he has any intentions right now to try to date you. I am not picking that up, but I am picking up on the fact that his intention is to show you that he's well intentioned. Like he wants you to see him ultimately as a good person. It matters to him. And I feel like that's why that's as far as I can get with this. You've just made an impact on him. I feel like you, I don't know, like I said, there's like this non-communicative influence that you have on him. You're welcome, Rising. Thank you so much for your donations tonight. Oh, Becca, I'm sorry, I just saw your message. You said he came in so unexpectedly. He takes care of me, makes me feel so safe, and he's good with my son. Oh, Becca, I'm just so happy. I'm so happy for you. Amy, that sounds great. Go for it. Hey, Evie, welcome in. How are you? Okay, that sounds great, girl. I'll add you to the list, okay? I speak. What are you gonna make, girl? Damn, that's crazy, Amy. Because I feel bad. I'm sorry. I didn't say anything. I'm just never plays again. That's good. I'm glad that he was honest with you, but it's interesting because he said, like, I feel like you can have any guy close by to you and that would be easier, and maybe the same for me. Just think about you have other options. And honestly, I wouldn't stand in your way, and I hope you would do the same for me. Just feels kind of confusing right now. Just feels like I need some time away. Maybe it's for the best. That was his channeled message. And that's kind of crazy because he was thinking about you having other options and he was thinking about himself having other options. And that's kind of wild that he confirmed that in a text message. Honestly, Lorraine, I wish I could say that sounded good to me, but I'm not a fish person. I have a hard time. I have a hard time with that. But I think that if I did like fish, I think that would sound really good. Well, Amy, I think that's really nice. I think that that's really good that he was straight up with you. And that makes a lot of sense. And I think that honestly, yeah, I think that's great. Yeah, Amy, I totally got you. So, with that being said, my question is, are we doing a channeled message? Okay, Amy, I got you, girl. All right, guys. So, really quickly, for those who are waiting, I'm going to repost the donation list. I added Kay to the list because she said she was donating. We're still waiting for that to come through, but for now, we'll just keep her on the list. As for all first person channelings, They take some time. They can take anywhere from 10 to 15 minutes to complete. And generally, it's not very entertaining on your end. There's nothing really to watch or do. But I am here to answer any questions that you might have. If you talk in the chat, I'm monitoring it. You probably will hear me breathing. But yeah, I'm here. So let me know if you need anything. But we're going to go ahead and get started for Amy now. No worries. Well, the thing is that it matters if you like it. Okay, everyone keeps talking about lasagna. Like, I keep seeing lasagna here and there. Like, I've seen it like 3 times today, and now I'm wondering if like I need lasagna because I was saying the other night how I was craving it. Like, maybe my body is trying to tell me. Maybe I'm like law of attractioning lasagna into my life. All right, Amy. All right, girl, I got your message. All right, so the channel message says, I was feeling kind of like a dick, honestly. I knew what I was doing and it didn't feel the best to put you in that situation. Now that I've been direct about it, I feel a lot better. I hope that you do too. Thank you for not giving up on me until I was able to be clear with you. I have a hard time with that, and you actually gave me another chance to communicate this. I am really impressed how well you took all of this too. You're such a cool person. It reconfirms how right I was about you. I can't lie to you. I am still stuck on the past. I feel like I have some things to work through. Please know that when I talk to you, I'm not trying to keep you open as an option. That's not who I am. I never wanted you to feel like just an option, and that's why I pulled away the way that I did. I genuinely enjoy your company. I just feel like an asshole if you get the wrong impression of my intentions. It's complicated, and if I'm honest with you, the whole thing with my ex also seems like something I have a difficult time entertaining. Like, I can't even go there mentally. I feel like I just have to work this out and see this through. I feel really mixed up and in my head. I know this is on me to sort out. I kind of want to disappear for a while. From the outside, people would probably say these are good problems to have. But to me, it feels impossible. I feel better when I am not involved with anyone. I tend to kick the shit out of myself due to guilt when I'm talking to romantic interests. I get in these manic episodes where I'm really enthused and think anything is possible. Then on the come down, I realize I fucked up and I regret a lot of my actions. Please know if I was ready for a relationship, it would be with someone like you. Amy. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't seem like it is. Not really. I mean, yeah, it seems like it is at the present moment, but I don't think that it's completely non optional. Exactly. Yeah, that's what he said. If he was ready for a relationship, it would be with someone like you. Amy, yeah, if you have a follow-up, I can do your follow-up right now. I'm waiting on SB to come in because I just want to confirm what we're doing for her and get her like locked and loaded and ready to go, so when it is her turn, we're ready. So Amy, if you want to donate right now, feel free. I can do up to 3 questions for you, or 3 readings in a row. Sounds good, Amy. SB, if you're here, please check in with me. J Moon, we still have 2 people ahead of you, but you're more than welcome to stick around, or you can head out if you want and I can timestamp you. It's up to you. All right. Okay, I just got your donation in, so I'm going to add you back to our list, okay? All right, Amy, your donation finally came through, girl. So let's shuffle for you real quick. Yes, Kay, I did get it. I just got it just now. So I added you back into the donation list, okay? You're more than welcome to leave your question with me if you want, or just hang around. And if SB shows up, let me know. Do I have a wavy hair type texture? I have curly hair, actually. It's crazy and it's curly. I would say like some areas are like kinky curly, and then some are like more bigger romantic waves. I typically don't style it curly. Do you have curly hair? The part about my curls that are difficult for me is that they are not uniform. From the root down the shaft to the ends, they are different types of curls and different tightnesses of curls, and the ends are more straighter, loopy. The center is like more big, romantic, and then near the root or the new growth of my hair is very like tight curls. So I don't really like wearing my hair curly because it would take me a long time. I'd have to like define every single curl, and that would take a very long time. So I end up just, if I rock my natural, it's just in a bun. And if I style my hair, it's usually more on like a blow dry style, or I will recurl my hair with curling wands so that they're more uniform. I notice like if you have thicker hair, good cream based is the way to go, in my personal opinion. It's both hydrating, and if your hair is thick, it doesn't get, and it's curly, it's not going to get waved down. Curly hair tends to be more on the porous side, so that it's more dry and it can handle more conditioning types of hair products. So cream based is usually the way that I go. Hi, Anaya. I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. And put this kind of off to the side there. You said I got your name right. You love that. Doesn't happen very often. Oh my gosh. I'm so happy to do that. I will say, a lot of people tell me I get their name right on the first try. Maybe that's just a talent of mine. I don't know. But a lot of people tell me that they're like surprised because I get their name correct. It's kind of like a thing, like a running joke here. I think it comes from being a medical assistant, and I constantly had to call people back to their room, and before the doctor came in to see them, and it was always such like a struggle to understand like what the last name is, what the first name is. And I think you just it just becomes like this intuitive thing. So anyways, that's kind of fun. I'm glad I got it right. Right now, I am taking donations and yes, no questions, but I am doing my donations first tonight. So if you wanted a free read, I can give you one, but it would be a little bit of a wait, and I'd need you to be here for me to do it. So it just depends on if you want to wait or not. If you don't, that's totally fine. I go live Monday through Friday generally, and every single time I go live, I do free readings for anyone, whether you're new or you've been here before. the first 15 minutes of every live stream, I do free readings. So if you can't hold on and wait tonight, you can come back tomorrow or whenever you see me, and you can turn on notifications on the channel. So that way, every single time I go live, you're one of the first people into the live stream. Oh, Amy, I'm so happy. Like I tell people, my main goal for my channel is for people to find peace and clarity and confidence. I always want people to leave the live stream feeling better or more, I guess, clear about how to move forward. And my main goal is that I am accessible to everyone. Whether you are here for donations, whether you're here for a vibe, whether you're here for some free readings, I always want to make sure that I offer ranges that are affordable, because my private readings are pretty pricey, and that's why I offer like the full menu, because you can kind of create your own reading. You can make it whatever it is you're able to contribute at that time. And if it's nothing, then I still have something for you as well. So Amy, thank you, Anaya. So Amy, I have the lovers here. I have the Four of Wands. What I feel he's saying is that you are relationship material, and not just relationship material. In general, you are his kind of relationship material. I do feel like in him, he says, I wish we met at a different time when things weren't so confusing for me. I feel like for him, he looks at you as someone who he would commit to. He looks at you as someone who he feels a real bond with. I think that he struggles with knowing that this is his fault, or he's perceiving the fact that you guys aren't moving forward as this is completely his fault. And I think that he hates that. But I do feel like he's honest when he says he's struggling. I feel like you are the type of person he would invest in. I feel like he would work very hard on this connection. Like if you guys got into a relationship, he would really, really try hard in the relationship to be the best for you, show up for you, be consistent, add value to your life. I think he views you as someone special that adds value to his life. I think that's honestly why he is open to continuing communication, even if it's minimal, because I think that he knows that that's what you would deserve. And I think that somewhere in his mind, if he wanted to completely cut things off with you, he just would. He would just do that. And I think he doesn't want to do that. There's kind of like a message that if you were to pursue someone else, he'd respect it. And I think that he would hope that even if you did, you would still continue to talk to him, even if it was just in a platonic way. But I think that he feels like what you guys have had up until this point is something unique and different, and probably won't come around again. I would say he still has those images or those conversations, the one that you mentioned before, especially if they were like spicy ones, because the Knight of Wands is kind of like a sexual energy. Yeah, and I feel like he's saying, like, "And I care about you." Like, he cares about you. I think the main thing is he just doesn't wanna up and leave. I think he doesn't want you to feel abandoned, and, you know, if the relationship just naturally fades away, um, he doesn't want you to think that you were just, like, ghosted. Like, he, like, will let it naturally digress if needed, but he doesn't want you to feel like he just, like, walked away. Like, he doesn't want you to have, like, bad feelings about him, um, or hateful feelings or anything like that. Yeah, that's good, Amy. I think that's great. Yeah, and I think that's what he would want too. Okay, so Amy, I hope I answer your question in full. Thank you for your donations tonight. We are calling on SB. So SB, if you are here, please check in with me. Um, J Moon, if you're here, please check in with me. And I think that's it for now. 'Cause I don't need Kay to check in just yet. We still have a few minutes. All right, so J Moon is here. J Moon, feel free to post your question. I'm gonna give SB another minute or so to check in with me. Yeah, I mean, it sounds like you guys. Oh, thank you, J Moon. It sounds like you guys like formed a bond, Amy. Like it feels like you guys. So when that happens, it's like you can't really like ignore that. All right, shuffling for J Moon. Haley, thank you. I love updating your loss. Thank you for when you put on a cooking excited for when I put on a cooking or baking stream again. Yeah, maybe next time I'll make sure that the ground beef is fully thawed too. That would be great. I had to just end that live stream and not even finish dinner because I had to wait for it to thaw. It had been out for hours. I was like really surprised it was still frozen. Hey, you're totally fine, girl. J Moon, are you moving for this job? I'm trying to figure out why the Eight of Cups is here. Okay. So I'm kind of getting like a story. Okay, this is like completely unrelated, or I guess it is related, but not to your question. I feel like you're gonna get like a bon voyage send off, some kind of like, we're gonna miss you. Um, there's some kind of like, we appreciate you, we'll miss you, see you later. I don't know. I'm just getting that. Again, I could be completely way off base, but I'm feeling like people want you to feel celebrated before you leave. I feel like this position is going to be like a new start for you. Judgment talks about how you take all of your lessons that you've had up until this point and you say, I appreciate you. Thank you for the lesson. But now I'm here to start a new chapter. You're not forgetting your past. You're not leaving your past behind. It's still there, but you're not allowing it to control your present moments. And you are going to expand into something new. So the judgment comes here with like a sense of renewal and an excitement for the future. So I view that as very positive for this change. We also have the Eight of Swords, the Strength, and the Eight of Cups. So I think honestly, I clarified the Eight of Cups with the Ten of Pentacles. To me, that makes me feel like this is a job that's going to last a while. So this could be even into retirement, or some way it's going to help shape your future for retirement. So you could be doing like big retirement savings. You could be continuing in a big way contributions towards a 401k. But I feel like this is the type of job or career that's going to lead you towards the path that you end up retiring from. So this job quite literally could be something that you do until you're ready to retire even. I feel like people like you. Strength card talks about having a good influence, making an impact, people being interested in you, what you have to say, who you are as a person. It can even mean like making good friends. It can talk about you having a natural influence on people, so you can control the energy or the emotions of a room. You're very charismatic. And I think that people kind of look to you to know how to feel about certain situations. And I think you can really use that to your advantage. I think you'll make great money. I see here with the Ten of Pentacles clarifying the Eight of Cups that this is good money. This is a windfall of abundance. And this is great for savings. If you have savings plans, this is great for retirement, contributions, all of it. I do have the Eight of Swords here with the Queen of Cups. It's going to take a while. It's going to take an adjustment period for you, J Moon. This is not something that you're going to just automatically seamlessly like be adjusted to. There is going to be an adjustment period here. But I think that what it ends up being is what you make it. So the Eight of Swords talks a lot about us being in our own head. So if you're looking at things like, oh my God, I'm so nervous, and all you can think about is how nervous you are, that's what you're going to experience during this adjustment period. If you think very negatively during this time, that's what you're going to experience. But if you can think positively about it, if you can take everything with a positive spin, then this will be a very pleasant transition for you. So just remember that if you're feeling any type of way during this process, during the move, during the, starting this job, all of that stuff, it's going to be what you make it. You have control over how this goes for you. But there is an adjustment period. Overall, I feel like the more so that all that you're going to experience is a lot of ranges of emotions. Some things might catch you off guard. You might find that, you're missing your old life one day as you try to make adjustments forward. But I think overall, you're very pleased. You're happy. I feel like people like you, appreciate you. I think this is a great place to make more money, save more money, contribute basically to your future so that you're more stable. Awesome, J Moon. Thank you for the donation and for your patience waiting. Oh, awesome. I'm glad you got the call that you wanted. Okay, we're shuffling for you now. SB, I have your first question. We had some new subs today that were going to get a free reading. I added them to a list. Angel Wings, Flowless by Pasha and Anaya. If any of you guys are here, go ahead and check in with me and we'll do some yes no free readings for you. SB, I have your second question. Okay, is this the person that you wanted channeled message cards from as well? Okay. SB, I have your third question. All right, so okay. We have the High Priestess, the Page of Wands, the Page of Pentacles, the Hanged Man, and in reverse we have the Three of Wands and the Four of Wands. So I feel like it's safe to say that his mindset is unprepared and not ready to further this connection. The Hangman indicates a desire for a pause or a break. It doesn't necessarily mean that you guys are going backwards in your connection, but it does mean that you're not quite going forwards right now. Things seem very much at a standstill. I don't think there's a desire to expand on this connection at this time or move to the next step. Three of Wands talks a lot about moving forward, expanding, growing the connection, and Four of Wands talks about taking things to the next level. Those being in reverse feels like he's just not he's not there mentally. The High Priestess could indicate that he's really trying to go within and figure out what it is that he wants. He's trying to follow his gut. Maybe he doesn't have an exact reason as to why he feels this way. Maybe he's trying to figure that out. We have Page of Wands and Page of Pentacles. This indicates that he's the type of person that likes to do things the right way. He doesn't like to do things. I think he doesn't like to be wrong. The Pages of Wands indicates that he's kind of in this mentality of just doing his own thing at the moment. Pages also indicate that this person may still have a lot to learn. There could be an age gap between you guys, and it could indicate that there's feelings of immaturity. Anaya, thanks for checking in, girl. Go ahead and post your question. And as long as it's a yes or no, I can do it for free for you, okay? So, okay, they're saying I wish things could be different. So this to me makes me feel like his perspective is pretty concrete. I don't think that he plans on changing this way of thinking anytime soon. He says it's time for me to heal now. This could indicate the pause that I was feeling with the Hanged Man. Hey, do you know that if he's seeing someone else, I feel like he may try to keep your relationship or your connection private. Like I don't think that he really talks to other people about you. I feel like he's a bit distracted right now. Anaya, I have your question. Oh, interesting, interesting. Okay, okay. Oh, so maybe he's feeling blocked. That's interesting because I was over here thinking like there's a pause, right? There's a pause. There's no interest to move forward. There's no interest to expand. There's a pause. But maybe this is how he's viewing you. That would be interesting. I'm trying to get 2 more cards to fly out. I might just cut the deck and pull. A little controlling. I wonder how you feel. And I see life differently now. At the bottom of the deck, it says, I feel you even though we are apart. Oh, this also says we don't share the same values. Maybe you guys were on different pages there. Oh my goodness, Kay. Jeez Louise. Oh, dang. Oh, interesting. We don't share the same values. He wanted you to convert to being Muslim. Okay, well, what that tells me is that he's understanding that now. He's understanding that. I think maybe it took him a minute to get there, but I think he's understanding it. You're welcome, Kay. Thank you for the donation. All right, this is for Anaya. She's a new sub. I have a yes, Anaya. This is a emotionally comforting or emotional connection with this person, maybe an emotionally vulnerable. This is indicating that you guys have good balance in your relationship. You're able to acknowledge one another, how each other feels. There's like a feeling of validation here that's going to help the relationship carry on. Good communication. It all feels pretty clear to me as far as a long lasting relationship. As long as you guys continue to feel the ability to be vulnerable and feel validated, I think this relationship or this friendship could go the distance. All right, guys, we are going to do a last call for donations. Last call for readings. List is about to close. We are working on, as far as I know, the last reading or the last person I'm doing readings for tonight. If anybody wants to make a donation in the meantime, feel free to do so. But if not, I'll be wrapping up after this. So, SB, I am shuffling for you now. If you are here, just say hi or drop an emoji just so I know if I need to timestamp your reading. Hey, SB. I'm shuffling for your first question right now. Wow, he sees you as extremely independent, like extremely. If I could pull two cards in the entire deck that would indicate someone's independence, it's these cards right here. This card talks about someone working very, very hard, which is a very like masculine energy in my personal opinion. And then Nine of Pentacles speaks to reaping the rewards of all their own hard work, and there is a level of independence or isolation with the card Nine of Pentacles. Anaya, just go ahead and rewind if you haven't had a chance to see it live, because I already did your reading. So extremely independent, like to the point of, does she need anyone else besides her? He, I think that also he uses this perspective of you, interestingly enough, as a excuse or a defense that you have what you need. You work hard enough. Why are you coming after me? kind of thing. Like, why do you need what I also have? He views you as someone who's set up financially a lot better than he is, even if that's not true, even if that is fantasy world, and that's a little delulu of him to think that. He views you as being able to handle things, take control, take care of things. You are the one in charge. You are the independent one. This could be excuses that he makes to make himself feel better. This could be excuses that he makes to tell other people. You're welcome, Anaya. But I feel like for him, he thinks that you've got it handled. I'm gonna pull a couple of these archetype cards too, because I'm curious. I think it could be like a defense mechanism, you know what I mean? I think that he feels like he is kept in the dark quite a bit. Like, you do not let him in on any kind of insight or information. You keep your life private. He views you as being very private and like maybe intentionally private with him. We gotta get those boxes in the attic. He's gonna bust through them and break all my stuff. Maybe can we just I don't know. You already took a shower, didn't you?
Yeah.
Just like really want to get those in the attic. He's driving me crazy with them.
So if they can perform like normal cats, it'd be okay. If they jump and slide,
I know. He knows I work graveyard 5 days a week and have a babysitter at night to watch our child. I come home, take kid to school, sleep for a few hours, and pick him up. Just because I do it doesn't mean it's easy. He doesn't understand that. Oh, exactly. But like I said, he uses it to make excuses. Here's the thing. If he had to do it, it would be a whole nother thing. This is his perspective. This is his perception of you, right? That doesn't mean that it's true. But he views you as someone who can overcome all. You can handle whatever comes your way. I think he judges himself against you as well. I think that he thinks you are an angel, you are perfect, you can do no wrong. And he doesn't say it like she's an angel on this earth in like a way that feels nice. It almost feels like resentful, because I think for him, he's judging himself against you. He's the one that does everything wrong. He can't do anything right. He's the problem. And so he views you as the one who's like amazing. And I think again, that's more coping mechanisms. He feels like you are skilled like in multiple areas. Shapeshifter here might just indicate that he feels you're different with him than you are with other people. Like, he feels like you have different sides to yourself depending on who you're interacting with. Hero heroine, I feel like that's self-explanatory. He feels like he's powerless to you. You have all the power, all the say. Interesting. Samaritan. So remember how I said that he feels like you do things well. You can't do any wrong. Being a Samaritan, as the expression goes, being a good Samaritan means that you do things because you have this like benevolent, angelic personality. Like, he could view you as someone who just is helpful to other people, is caring, is charitable. that maybe even like your career is something that just shows. I don't know, like I wouldn't say he's like, oh, she's goody two shoes, but he's kind of like saying that, you know what I mean? I think he could be jealous maybe of your career and your like not your contributions, maybe your contributions, but your accomplishments. He keeps pointing out how you do well for everyone and you're a healer. Sorry, these cards are looking nuts right now. Gosh, I've like always had this problem with men. The last two, they think I can handle everything and I'll be okay. I do have different sides. Sorry, spending girl, vent all that you want to. Creative arts, I can do a yes, no reading for you. You want to post a yes, no for me. Just make sure you're here when I call on you, okay? Rising, I got your donation. I'll be with you in just a second. Hedonist here, he could probably feel that you do things. I don't know. I'm like, I feel like I'm touching on it. Like, you're doing things for the wrong, not the wrong reason. You're doing things for the praise. I feel like he can kind of feel like you have a show offy type of nature. Um, like you almost like a martyr, like you sacrifice yourself, but you do it for the bragging rights or something. I feel like he has a little bit of disdain towards USC. I think again, this is all just to give himself the excuse. He has to view you this way in effort to not feel like a complete dick for what it is he's not contributing. Creative Arts, I have your question. Thank you for subscribing. Just sit tight while I finish this donation and then I'll get to your question, okay? I know. I agree. I think it's important that you just feel cared for as well. Um, when I was first dating Brennan, I was in a very masculine energy as well. I was like, I have to do it all myself because I thought that was the way. That was the only experience I ever had. I never had the feeling that like I would be taken care of. And I was taken care of, but on a very, very, very like basic level. And I'm just talking financially. I'm not talking about like emotionally or anything. I'm talking about like I really had to work hard for everything that I had because I thought that if no one's going to give me a handout. I was very much in a masculine energy. And since then, I've softened into a feminine energy. And my desires and things have shifted. My values have shifted. But it's hard. It's hard to get to that place when you don't have a partner. SB, yeah, you can definitely do that. The list is still open. It's just coming to an end here soon. All right, so next up for SB, we have what's coming towards me in love. Yeah, that's been me, but I feel like you, I have no choice. That's why I want to date and meet someone. Some people think it's needy, but I just want balance in my household. I understand. No one is supposed to do it alone, you know? Creative arts, I have your question. I just need to get through this donation first, and then I can answer it. So just sit tight, and I will call on you when it's your turn. You do not have to keep posting your question over and over because I have it, okay? All right, well, SB, your wish might be coming true because I have a King of Pentacles here for you. King of Pentacles is exactly what you're looking for. It's someone who is secure, someone who offers stability financially. This person is able to manifest money very easily, very well. They're coming into your life with a career that's already like in motion. So I feel like they're either able to generate money very easily, um, or they're just like working on their career at this time. They're very focused on their career. It could be both. But I feel like a King of Pentacles is someone who wants to be a provider. And I feel like that's kind of what you're looking for. The Seven of Pentacles talks about someone who's interested and invested in you. And this is a connection that you would be good to invest in. King of Pentacles is the type of personality that might not offer a lot of emotional acknowledgement, but they offer acts of service. They're someone who wants to be that provider, that hunter and gatherer, and bring things back to you to make something with. The Nine of Wands indicates a level of caution, so they might not make quick decisions, but when they do make decisions about things, they're certain of it because they've thought about it. They're methodical, they're logical, they think 2 steps, 3 steps ahead. Um, I feel like they might come into the connection being guarded, and it might take some time to kind of warm up to each other in a vulnerable sense. I think you guys could hit it off potentially right away, but in a vulnerable sense, it takes time to kind of break down those barriers. And this could also be his perception of you as well, because maybe it's going to take you a while to soften and relax into this connection. I feel like there's a lot of energy here, curiosity and interest. And the Two of Wands indicates that initially there is a lot of seeing the potential for what the future could be. Two of Wands talks about making plans in your head and your mind. Maybe it's really easy to see a future together. So I feel like this is what you want, and that's what I've got here for you. All right, so SB, this is the third reading for you. So I'm going to get to Rising because you donated, and then we'll put you back into rotation after this. So that way I'm not going against my own rules here. All right, so Eliana, yes, I am open for donations. All right, let's take a look for your third one. Sounds good, girl. I really, really want to see justice here in this reading. Dang it. This is going to be a slow process. I am getting that it's going to work out in your favor, but I don't think things are happening as quickly as you might like. To be completely honest, I think this is a long trajectory. This could be like a year at least in the making. I think it's important for it might even be something that's been going on for a long time. Like you might be dealing with this process, have already been dealing with this process for a year or more. But they're saying it's a very slow boil. Temperance is one where you have to have a lot of patience. I feel like there's so many different things going on, so many different variables here. Oh, they're having difficulty finding him. Jesus. Here with the 3 of Swords and the 5 of Swords, it definitely talks about hardships and struggles throughout this process. I feel like here I thought it was being guarded, but maybe this is actually hiding. 9 of Wands, kind of hiding behind a wall. Now, I do feel like this is the last stretch here. So 9 of Wands talks about like, yes, it's been a ongoing process. This has been going on for a long freaking time, and you are battled and bruised and scarred and all of the things because there's so much history here of complication. But the 9 of Wands does indicate that an ending to this frustration is coming soon. There is a light. So I would just say like keep the faith, hold on a little bit longer. I mean, here's the thing, it can only go up from here, right? Like you've already had to be an independent parent. You've already had to make ends meet and do things yourself. So it can only get better from here. Like from here on out, they could only find him and then force him to contribute child support. So not only that, but when you're dealing with like this country and another country, that could also bring extra complications. I mean, just living in different states can be complicated. Of course. I mean, you could always like limit interaction I mean, I know that you don't want to do that because your child is more important. But you might have to just like restrict action maybe, or communication between the two of them until he, I don't know. I just don't know. That's such a complicated situation. But yeah, it's telling me that they will ultimately be successful, but this is a long game here. SB, I also wanted to let you know that I did get your 2 questions, the 2 mini readings that you donated for. So I will be right back around to get you on those, okay? All right, so creative arts. Can you please check in with me? Let me know that you're still here. You're welcome. We're just calling on creative arts. Creative arts, if you're here, please check in. You have to be present for your free reading, so please check in with me. Creative art. All right, creative arts is here. So creative arts, the question that you gave to me is actually 2 parts. Asking if they miss you is one question, and asking if they want to work on things between you is another question. So which one is more important to you that I answer? All right, Rising. Yay! All right, so she says you want to know if your crush Eon is going to work on things with you. Okay. Rising, I'm going to do yours in just a second. I am getting a yes, creative arts justice. That is a yes card for me. All right, Rising, I'm looking at your question now. Nikitha, yes, you can ask a yes or no question. You can post now if you'd like. I will get to you after this. Just make sure that you're here, okay? Nikitha, I've got your question. Thank you. I'll be with you shortly. All right, Rising. So, yes, everything is a yes. Even this one card that would technically be a no came out with a yes. So, I definitely feel like this person is looking for more than friendship with you. Um, they're looking for potentially even a relationship. Ten of Pentacles is like long lasting relationships, people in your life for a long time. We also have the romance card, Knight of Cups. So this talks about wanting to feel those like dating and lovey-dovey feelings that you get when you're with someone, when you're in a relationship with them, or whether you're in love with them or whatever. It's like he's looking for those feelings. Knight of Pentacles is feeling like this is a connection that he would like to stabilize, or a romantic connection that he would like to stabilize. I feel like maybe you've already always known that he has like had this like fantasy with you, but maybe you just need the confirmation on that. I feel like with the Six of Wands, it's like he appreciates you and he wants you to feel appreciated by him. I do feel like for him, he feels like it's not possible. Ace of Cups and Three of Swords. but I feel like he does have more feelings for you than maybe he feels is deserved, or maybe he has more feelings for you than he should. A lot of times when we have feelings for people, um, we don't feel like they've been earned a traditional way, that they are invalid. Um, and so I feel like that's kind of where he's at right now. He feels like these feelings that he has for you didn't come through a traditional means. Like, he didn't date you and then get feelings for you. He's like having feelings for you without really like knowing you. And I think that to him, that invalidates his experience to himself. But I do think that he has them. I feel like he might be like lacking a little bit of confidence with you. But overall, I do feel like he would desire, and he is desiring more than friends with you. Does that help? You're welcome. All right, so for Nikitha, she is a new sub. SB, are you still here? All right, I have a yes card. We have Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands. Now, I don't know if you're looking for a specific time frame. If this even resonates for you, take it. If it doesn't, then it is what it is. The answer is still yes. But the Queen of Wands is Leo energy, so this could be taking place. This information or this news could be coming through during Leo season or the summer months. Queen of Wands indicates you being at the top of your game and people wanting you. So I feel like overall that's a yes. SB, welcome back. We are going to shuffle for you now. You're welcome, Nikitha. Nikitha, thank you for that feedback. I'm glad that that resonated for you. So I feel like it's possible to meet them through a mutual friend. We have 6 of Cups, someone that you already know. Um, I feel like with the Queen of Wands and 5 of Pentacles, this is during a time that you are feeling like you're glammed up, like you maybe are a little bit more done up or put together physically than you normally are on a day-to-day basis. So this could be something that you got ready for, like an event that you got all like done up for. I'm trying to think of like another word to phrase that. Basically, you got ready for this specifically where you meet them. So you're probably looking in feeling your best. Let me think. Let me think. This almost feels like a I don't it feels like New Year's Eve. It feels like a night that's unlike any other, that you don't experience it very often. So it could be like um a an event that only comes around once a year, like a Christmas party or a work party or a New Year's Eve party or a gala that comes once a year or a charity event that's once a year. It just feels like whatever the specific thing is not something that occurs all of the time, every single day. It's not like, oh, well, it didn't happen today, so I can just catch it next week. It's not one of those things. It's like, it feels like it's something that happens on a day of importance, like where it's only happening once and it's not going to come back around again for a while. So to me, it feels like an event. It feels like something you're getting ready for that you're going to do. So I'm struggling a little bit with like getting specific details. Maybe you're not supposed to know everything, but um I would say just know that if you're being invited somewhere, if your friends are inviting you somewhere, you're going out for the night and you're like really doing you're getting your hair done, your makeup, maybe you do your nails, something like that, you could probably bet that it's going to happen. And overall, I think you might just get a big feeling that it's going to happen. But it does feel like a very intentional event. It doesn't feel like you're just going to run into this person. It feels like someone is bringing you together with them. So maybe divine interventions coming through someone you know. And you're going to look your best when you meet them. That's what I feel. Oh, good. That's awesome. You said you updated your wardrobe because you wore tights every day for 3 years, like leggings. Hi, you. Hello, hello. Yes, you can ask a question. It has to be a yes or no format. Thank you for subscribing tonight. Payu, yes or no, and make sure that when I call on you, you're here. Ashley, hey friend. I'm actually starting to close my list down. Since you've been here before, I was only keeping the free open to subs. I'm sorry. Hi, you. Okay, give me just a minute and I'll get right to you after this, okay? Um, so SB, I feel like what Spirit is saying is this is a good idea, but it needs to be in a different format. I don't know if that makes sense to you or not. But they're saying great idea, different format. Um, Now, here's the thing, the flashcard business. I don't know if that's like a physical thing that you're talking about, or if it's just the concept and you don't want to give out too much information. But what I'm hearing, and I hope this makes sense to you, is that okay? Traditionally, flashcards are physical. You hold them in your hand. I feel like Spirit is saying do something more mainstream, like maybe an app or something virtual like a PDF or a way to get it to them that's not in a physical format. So SB, if this is a tangible item, I don't think it's going to do as well as if you were able to modernize it a little bit more. Now, if it is already a modernized version, if it is already tangible, or maybe Spirit is saying offer it in different formats, maybe not just this one way, maybe offer different options. But Spirit is saying some modifications are needed, that it's on your heart for a reason, but it's not exactly, they're saying like expand a little bit on it, like do something to make it more accessible or easier, like an app. Exactly. You got it, SB. Or a program. Exactly. That's what they're saying. I see you being very successful with it. But you have to make it more, I don't know, make it more accessible. Like they're just saying it's got to get to people quick. It's got to get to people very, very fast, like turnaround time immediately in order for them to feel like it's worth getting it. We're getting to the point nowadays where like even buying a tangible item like on Amazon, if it's going to take more than like 4 days to get to us, we get so impatient with it. We like knowing it's going to be here now. Like we like knowing it's going to be here right away. We're in like a very, and not only that, but we're like in the Aquarian age, and we're getting to the point where we want things to be as like progressive as possible, as innovative as possible. So SB, yes, you're in the right direction. Spirit is saying this message is on your heart for a reason. But either offer multiple formats for them, or maybe kind of change the formatting of how you deliver this to an individual or to the consumer. Does that make sense? So you can still offer it the original way if you want to, but also like make offer it in a different way as well. That, and then let them choose how they want to receive it. You could even offer it for different prices. Like if you want it this way, it'll be this price. If you want it that way, it'll be this price. Or you can keep it all the same and then they can just choose. People like having options as well. So either convert it fully virtually, or if that doesn't sound good to you, then maybe just multiple formats. Yeah, you're welcome. Good, I'm glad. All right, so Payu, if you're here, please check in with me. Payu, are you here? All right, Pai, we're shuffling for you now. Oh, my cards went flying everywhere. Eliana, I got you, girl. All right, this is for Payu. So I think ultimately Payu, they are going to accept it. I think they're having trouble with this news, with this information. I don't think they're necessarily happy about it, but I do think that they will accept it. They will move on. This will be yes. I'm getting a yes. It will be okay. They will accept it. You're welcome. All right, this is for Eliana. And guys, I think I'm going to go ahead and close the list down. We're coming to a natural end here, so I think that's a good place to stop. It's been over 3 hours. You're welcome, Payu. So I'm going to go make some dinner. So Eliana is last but not least. All right. We're coming towards Eliana and love. Eliana, how's your channel going? Going really well. You're at 670 subs. Damn, your channel is growing so fast. That's awesome. Congratulations. All right, so we do have a masculine energy here. King of Wands. This could be Aries, Leo, Sag. You also have a lot of Leo here, Queen of Wands. So the main thing that's jumping out at me with this reading is that your perfect match is coming your way. It's very rare that I get a queen and a king of the same suit in a reading, especially a 5-card reading. So to me, whenever I see a king and queen of the same suit in a reading, it always indicates to me a great match. It means that you guys are very well balanced. So I feel like the person coming in, especially with the Ten of Pentacles, husband material. There is a touch of Scorpio. Oh my god, I didn't realize there's Leo over here too. That's crazy. So yeah, you've got Scorpio, very strong Leo. 3 out of 5 cards saying Leo. We also have Aries, Sag. It did. I was just telling Becca, I don't think I've really had the chance to really process it. Oh my gosh, I think that's incredible. I love that for you. And how is the lip gloss business going? Is it going well? So with the Ten of Pentacles and the Moon here, and also like Strength, Queen of Wands, Leo energy, it's making me feel like the sun. And even though we're not seeing the sun in this reading, we do have a lot of sun planetary energy with the moon. And to me, that feels like this person is there for the good times and the bad. This person's going to see you through. Husband material. We're getting like light and dark, very well balanced, long lasting energy, meaning like this person's going to want to be in your life for a long time. It's a foundation that's built to be a life partner. I feel like the potential here for this person to be your like true love, like your love of your life, is very high. Oh, you're a Sagittarius? Wow. I know. That's awesome. Yeah, so this feels like a very good, compatible person. And I'm really sorry, you are my last reading of the night. It's been almost 4 hours, so my words, I'm not like running out of things to say. But I think that the attraction is very strong here too. That's something else that's jumping out at me. Highly attracted to one another. I think that there's a lot of depth to this connection as well with the moon. I think that, oh, another message that they're saying is that this is the type of person that you grow with, that you grow and change, and it just makes you love your person more. So, you know how some people, you can't expect to be the same person today as you are tomorrow, as you are 3 months from now, as you are 5 years from now. You can't expect to be the same person because we are constantly on this journey of finding ourselves, bettering ourselves, and reaching our highest self. And a lot of times throughout that process, you grow apart from people. And a message I just got with the moon card here is that this is the type of person that no matter all the changes they go through and all the changes you go through, you guys still choose one another and you guys grow together independently. And that sometimes you might inspire positive change in them and they might inspire positive change in you, but you guys just evolve cohesively. You know what I mean? So that's another message. There's a lot of transformations that take place throughout this connection, but it's always for the better and better and better. About time someone started showing up. I didn't even tell you. Jay was still reaching out, had to block him everywhere. Oh my God. Good. You know what's funny is I think sometimes people just know. I think people just know when good things are coming for you. They try to jump in and sabotage it. Good. Well, Eliana, that is what I've got for you. So that's exciting. I like being able to relay that kind of message. And I wish you a lot of luck too, continuing on in your channel. I'm sure I'll see you soon. You're welcome. All right, guys, that is where we're going to leave it. Thanks for everything. It was an awesome stream. Yeah, me too. Our schedules must be so different. I see you streaming a lot earlier in the day than me, and so we're probably just always missing each other. All right, guys, I'll talk to you next time. Bye. Have a good night.